I got a little bit too nervous. I was like, oh, I messed up. So like you just really have to like be in the mood
Yeah.
to like read. You can do it. I did it. You can.
Hi guys, welcome back to TOEFL with Juva. Today I talk to She. She just took the TOEFL and she's going to talk about her experience today. Hi She, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Doing great.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. Many people wonder what taking the TOEFL is like, how to prepare for the TOEFL. So it's really great that you want to talk about your experience. Thank you. She, first tell us a bit about yourself. What are you doing and where you're from?
Yes, I'm from the Philippines, so I'm She, and then I'm currently doing nothing. So preparing for the 12th a week was all right, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. She, when did you take the TOEFL and why did you take it?
I took it last March 14, and the reason is because I want to study abroad, so it's one of the requirements, so that's why I took the exam.
Okay. You took the TOEFL in the test center. What was your test center experience like?
Oh, the test in the test center was quite all right. The place was good, and they're pretty prepared because it's pandemic. So there were only 3 people allowed to take the exam.
Did you have to wear a mask?
Yes, it's a must that we wear the mask the whole time during the exam, and it didn't bother with the audio or anything at all.
Okay, and it also didn't bother you when speaking, when doing the speaking part?
Not much because during the audio part, I mean during the speaking part, the headphone had like a test or something. Like you have to adjust your voice according to how it is. So you just have to modulate your voice, but I didn't have to speak that much louder. Yeah, so
Okay,
it was
so
all right.
it wasn't an issue for you. That's great.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, amazing. You got a really high TOEFL score. How did you prepare to get a high score?
Well, I wasn't really expecting a high score, but then I studied for a week. I had a similar, let's say, schedule for like for this day. I only do the listening part, like that. The schedule that you had in one of your videos. So it was something similar. So yes.
Okay, so you had a schedule and you managed your time, and then you said, okay, 1 week is sufficient to study for the TOEFL, and it was totally fine in the end. Amazing, cool, congratulations. Which part in the TOEFL was the easiest for you?
The easiest, I think it was the listening was the easiest because I didn't have to like put a lot of effort aside from taking notes. But then if I listened intently with the questions in the lectures, everything, it was all right. It was just breezy.
Okay, so you listened to the speakers talking and you took your notes, and so you were able to answer the questions correctly. It was not an issue for you. Amazing. Was
Yeah.
there a part that you found rather hard on the TOEFL?
Aside from the writing, uh, the hardest one is actually the reading part because it's usually not the hardest. People might think it's not, but then it's the first part that you have to take in the exam. So like you just really have to like be in the mood
Yeah.
to like read. I mean, I didn't read all the articles, like skim reading, scan everything, and then just go back to the question and read and stuff like that. But then the reading was just the hardest in a sense that it was the first part where you're still like trying to put yourself in the exam mode.
Yeah.
So that's why it just like, and also it takes a lot of your brain because you have to understand what you're reading. So yeah, that
Definitely.
was for me was the hardest.
Definitely. I remember that I also found reading rather hard, as you said, because first it's the first part, you still have to get used to the test, you are nervous, yeah, that's definitely
Yep.
an issue. And then I found the text really long and complicated, and I found it much harder than the practice tests I had taken before, actually. I found them really hard, and I was like, okay, I have to get through this, but I hope I will. I'm not sure. Was it the same for you? Did you also find the text rather hard?
Yes, it was talking garbage and stuff. I have no idea what it was talking about. Like, it's just like from this paragraph, it talks about this, and then later on, by the end, it's like something a little bit different. I'm like, what is going on here?
But you were calm, you were confident, and you made it in the end. I mean, that's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
yeah, you have to be calm. I agree. You have to be calm. If you don't
Okay.
understand, you just have to get a grip and then like read.
You said that the writing part was not so easy for you. Why was it like that?
It wasn't so easy because first, it has always been a weakness of mine. So I knew I will be bad at writing and I needed some guide on how to do it. So when I watched your video about the templates and what to do, it really helped a lot in my studying for the writing part. And I think the template that you gave was what my base was when writing. So it really helped, and that I didn't have to waste time on how I would structure my writing when I was answering because I had the template in mind from your tips. So it was really a good one. That helped a lot.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad it was helpful to you. That's amazing. How did you feel immediately after you taken the TOEFL?
I was like, oh, I messed up my speaking. But then, yeah, I messed up in my speaking because I got a little bit too nervous, especially that I could hear the other test takers. So I got nervous when it was my part. But then, since I took notes and I was able to just like speak whatever came to mind, so I'm like, okay, I messed that up, but what can I do?
But in the end, you didn't mess it up, right? So in the end, everything was fine.
I know, right? I really thought that I would get like 20 or less than 20 for my speaking, but ETS ain't bad in scoring. I got a good one.
Amazing. How long did you have to wait for your official TOEFL scores?
I only had to wait for actually 6 days for
Oh,
it to
that's
come
cool.
out. Yes. Mhm. And yeah, I thought I would be able to take it like after 10 days or like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
But after 6 days, I was able to get like, I took the exam on Sunday, March
Mhm.
14. I got my result on the 20th, actually. So on a Saturday.
Oh, that's really cool. And then you saw your score, you were really happy about it, and everything was fine. That's really
Yeah, went to your channel and gave you a thanks, and here we are.
yeah, here we are, right? She, thank you so much for this interview. It was really great talking to you. Thank you so much for giving people an insight into what preparing and taking the TOEFL is like. That's really great. I wish you all the best for the future.
Yes, good luck to all who will take it. You can do it. I did it. You can.
Do you hear that, guys? Listen to she's right. You can do it. She got an amazing score. She can apply to her dream university. The TOEFL is a challenge, but it's doable, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.